Hello everyone, and welcome to our third class of writing. Today, we're learning how to write a newspaper article. I need you to have both of your books, student book and workbook. Student book pages 18 and 19, workbook pages 13 to 15. And let's get started. We have three main objectives. The first one is how to locate key information in a writing prompt. In other words, how to understand a writing prompt so that we do not go off point whenever we start writing. Second one is plan an article using a writing planner. A writing planner is of an extreme importance as it organizes your ideas and makes the writing process easy to follow. Our last objective is to compose a newspaper article. In other words, write a newspaper article. Accordingly, today we're learning how to write a newspaper article. Let's break it down into pieces. Before we start writing a newspaper article, we need to analyze a prompt. So, our first objective for today is to analyze a writing prompt. Open your student's book. On page 19, exercise 2E. On your right-hand corner, you spot a writing prompt. We need to understand the writing prompt, analyze it in order not to write off point and lose marks on the test. So, let's get started. Who are you? Can you read and tell me? Are you a student, a secretary, a manager, an employee? Definitely correct. You're a journalist here. You work for a newspaper. Accordingly, you're a journalist. What type of writing are you using? Are you writing an essay? Are you writing a leaflet, a flyer, or an article? You're on the right track. It's an article. Let's move on. What type of information should your article have? What information my article should include? Let's take a look here. You're describing a cultural event that takes place annually in your country. So it's a descriptive article describing an event that takes place every year in your country. What writing style should you use? If you still recall the information we tackled before, whenever you're writing an article, should you use the formal or informal style? Are you writing for a friend you know or an audience you do not know? You're right. It's formal and factual style. You're writing to people you do not know. That's why you should adopt the formal style in writing. So, let's brainstorm some ideas here. Can you think of some cultural events that are usually held in Qatar? Let's think together. The first one is Qatar Marine Festival. What else? The Garango Children Festival. You're definitely right. What other festivals or event can you think of? The Marmy Championship. and the annual Doha Cultural Festival. If I am to choose one of those, actually I'll be working on the Marmy Championship. This is our topic for article today, the Marmy Championship. Our second objective for today is to plan a coherent article using a writing plan. I need you to open your workbooks on page 13 and follow with me, please. You will find a writing plan. Why do you think a plan is important right before writing an article or any other piece of writing? A plan will organize your thoughts and ideas whenever you start putting them into words, so that you do not write off point, you do not forget ideas while writing, and it gives you some kind of security that you have all the information needed right before you start writing. So, let's break it down into pieces. What is the first thing we should think of whenever we start writing an article? A title. An interesting title that catches the attention of your reader and makes him really interested in reading your article. How do I put this into words? You know, today we're writing about the Marmy Championship. I need a catchy, appealing title. Let's take a look here. Watch the powerful 40 species falcons at the Marmy Championship. What have I included in my title here? I've included a number, 40. I've included a strong adjective, which is powerful, and a promise to my reader, which is watch. Accordingly, whenever I want to write a catchy title, I should include three things: a number, a strong adjective, and a promise to my reader. After we're done writing our catchy title, we're proceeding to writing paragraph 1, which is about the most important information. So if we are planning the most important information, what exactly should we include? As you still remember, we talked about the 5 W's before. The what, the where, the when, the who, and the why. So let's tackle the first 3 questions here. What is the event called? We're talking about the Marmy Championship, which is the International Falcon Festival. Where does it happen? We're asking about the whereabout here. Doha, Qatar. When does it take place? The time? It takes place every year. Mind you, when you're planning an article, in your planner, you just write notes, not complete sentences. During writing, you will be using these notes into complete sentences. They are just here to organize your ideas. We're left off with 2 more questions of the 5 W's. It's the how long does the event last and who organizes or funds it. Such an event lasts for 1 month, exactly. Who organizes it or funds it? Who are the people or the organizations behind such an event, paying money for such an event? It's Al Ghanas Society, His Excellency Sheikh Jawan bin Hamad Al Thani. We will not simply stop here. Actually, we need to add more information, such as the reasons why such an event is held. Number 1, to keep tradition alive. And number 2, for the protection of falcons. We're done with paragraph 1, including the most important information of our article. Now, we're proceeding to paragraph 2, which is mainly about details. Details about what the event involves. What we see, we do, you feel. Let's take a look here. What are the questions we're supposed to answer in paragraph 2 in order to have a well-written one? First question, what activities are on offer? So, we're talking about what you can do over there. What can you do at such an event? You can take a look at the displays, compete against each other, or you can even win gifts and prizes. Let's include some facts and numbers, figures. How many people attend? It's around 1,500 people from around the world. What other important details you would like the reader to know about? The huge video screens, the facilities they will have there, and the cutlery hospitality they are going to enjoy. Of course, when you start writing, you're going to go in depth with these titles, explaining them thoroughly. So far, we're done with our planning of the first and second paragraph. Now, we're moving on to the planning of our third paragraph. What exactly should I include in my third paragraph? It's a general comment, such as describing who should attend this event and why. In other words, it's just the answers of these two questions and some other comments as well. So, who should attend such an event? It's the people interested in falcons who will be very much interested in attending such an event. Why should someone attend such an event? If you're really interested in falcons and you need to know more about such a tradition, you would really appreciate attending such an event with the plenty of information it offers. Other comments. What else can we include? Let's take a look here. Your comment of the event, your opinion of the event, but it has to be neutral and objective opinion because it's a formal piece of writing. It's a family-friendly event and it's enjoyed by all people. Now, as we have finished our 3-paragraph planning, we will move on to the following step, which is writing. We need to write a 3-paragraph article now. But before we start writing, we need to bear in mind a few things, which are, first, you should use neutral, formal, and factual style. In other words, you're not mentioning your personal opinion, you're not using any informal expressions or words, and you're simply using factual styles without using any emotions. Divide your article into 3 parts. Please make sure you have written your article in 3 separate paragraphs. The first paragraph contains the most important information. The second paragraph contains the details. The third paragraph contains the general comments. Avoid writing in chunks. They should be clearly separated in order not to lose marks on the test as well. The organizational feature does count. Write an interesting, catchy title. As we said, try to include numbers, try to include a promise, and strong adjectives. Last but not least, use facts and figures. As far as you know, the article is a formal type of writing. You need to back up whatever information you include with facts, figures, numbers, anything that will make your article stronger. As for objective number 4, now we're supposed to write a newspaper article. Please open your workbooks on page 14 and start writing. After you're done writing your article, here we come to our very last stage of writing, which is proofreading, editing, and revising. And how am I supposed to do that? I need you to open your workbooks on page 15 and let's check our article against a checklist. What is a checklist for? We need to make sure that each and every item in this checklist is in our article. The first one, following instructions. Have I read the prompt very well? Do I know why I'm writing? Do I know my audience? Have I collected enough information, figures, numbers about the article? The format, it's the structure. How my article is structured. Have I organized my article in paragraphs? Again, please do not write in chunks. You're losing marks. Have I followed the plan or not? Have I included everything I put in the plan or not? And then we move on to the content, the information inside my article, and the style. Have I used a formal, objective, or neutral language? I haven't included any emotions, and I haven't included any personal opinion. Have I presented facts and details? Have I used a variety of expression, phrases, and collocation to make my article interesting? Have I used a variety of tenses or not? In other words, have I spiced up my article or not, in order not to make my reader bored? Last but not least, review. I need you to go over your article and make sure you've gone through the grammatical items there. You made sure that all your grammatical items, spelling, and punctuation are correct. Can it be easily understood, or the reader might have difficulty understanding it? If you're done with all that, you definitely have succeeded in writing an excellent article. Thank you so much for following the video. Have a pleasant day and wish you good luck.